Hi, this is my first video. I have a Crown Vic. It's a 2006. I picked it up locally, and the radiator's really rusted. It busted a hose on me once, and we just put water back in it to get it running, and so it's just got water in there now. So I'm going to change it and put some fluid in the system that's got the right mix. You got to do 50-50. They say even go higher in the wintertime out here, but it's warming up, so we're going to just put 50-50. So we'll go get to it. So there's a drain plug. It's on the driver's side and it's facing back. It's right there, and it's a 3/4 inch socket. So loosen her up, and then make sure when you loosen it up, you just take the cap off, and that'll drain it real quick. So what I'm going to do is follow the instructions on this fast flush. It's from Napa. I'm lucky I have a Napa just down the road, and he suggested using this. This one is a little different than the standard way to dry for 2 or 3 days after you put some chemical in and let it do its thing. But I want to use this one because it's just 15 minutes and you're done. And it's supposed to just burn the crap out of the rust. So now it says just go ahead and fill up the system. I'm gonna just cut it off just before I think it's full, and then it says add the stuff. Okay, I filled up the water and I added probably about half the bottle, and it's kind of to the top, so I'm waiting for it to heat up. For that to go down after the thermostat opens up. So we'll just wait till it warms up. Okay, it's all filled up and topped off, and it says run at 15 minutes, and then make sure you turn the heater high, and we're coming up on about the 10-minute mark. So next step is to let it cool, take the cap off, take the drain plug out, and rinse it really good. So while I was waiting, I thought I'd detail the engine bay a little bit. Yeah, when I first got it, it was covered in filth. There was an engine under there, but yeah. So I took it to steam clean, made that mistake. Don't get down into your spark plug holes. Brought it home. Next time I drove it, the heater hose on the backside by the firewall blew off. And this is when I punched it. I must have put too much pressure in it and went past the car. And I had a smoke screen behind me. I thought I blew the motor. So anyway, pulled that over, and that's when I put all water in there to save it and get it home. So I think we're almost time to cool it down. Inside used to be a Plains PD car out here in Montana, and it's very clean. Miles, of course, this thing never works unless sometimes you do this. There, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got 123,820 on it, and 3,032 hours. So I think that's a pretty good deal for $600. Okay, it's done. I'm going to shut it off in a second. Just when you check it, make sure you got some pressure in this hose here. My thermostat opens at 186, and I just replaced it. But it's just so cool running because it's so heavy duty, I guess. And yeah, so I've got a hyper tuner in it. It's one of those things like that, and it shows 185 degrees right now. So 185, 186 is when it opens up. Okay, so I've got a couple tips before we cap this off. It's cooled down for a while. It still was kind of warm, so the best thing to do is get under the car and undo that drain plug. It's nylon, so just be careful with it, and do it slow. Do it with a socket that's at an angle so it doesn't squirt out at you in case. And yeah, then come up on top and take the cap off and wait. What you want to see down in here, I think it's almost gone, but you want to see basically brown water, clear. You don't want a lot of fragments in there, but if there are, that's okay. It just, what it does is it uses the impeller for the water pump to churn that whole mixture up, and you know, it's only 15 minutes, but I think it'll get most of the crud out of there. Anyway, next step is to flush it with a hose and then fill it properly and cap it up. Okay, so what I've done so far is run 2 or 3 full engine and radiator water fills through it, and it's the last one now, just draining. It's very clear. I'm happy. So the next is to fill up the antifreeze, and I saw this on a video. The easy way, just buy the extended life, which is good, or any other one, but make it so that it's not concentrate. And then you get yourself 2 other containers. They say use distilled water. So you pour half of the water into one, then you pour the antifreeze in it, and then you pour the antifreeze in the other one. You got 50-50, and it's, they say it's cheaper, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was about empty, and it almost stopped. So if you keep doing this, it'll squeeze all of it out of there. You get extra. Okay, it's all nice and clean. I put in a gallon and a half of this one, and it's nice and clear, and hasn't gone down yet, so we're just waiting for it to heat up. So I capped it back up. I wanted to show you before I capped it that there was kind of a tan foamy film on the top of the cap, and I think that was caused when I blew the radiator hose out, and it quickly started to leave the engine and it created foam, and that mixed with the rust and everything. So it's not really anything to worry about. The only thing you really want to worry about is oil, some kind of an oilish substance in there, and then you've got bigger problems. Okay, so it's all capped up, brought it to temperature, and then I'm just letting it cool down again because it'll settle, and just have to keep an eye on it for a day and make sure it's up at the right level. So anyway, thank you guys for watching my video, and look forward to doing more. And hey, if anybody's got a Harley out there, I picked up one just before winter, and I just took it out of storage, so I've got a little bit of work to do on it, but I'll be showing you that in case I do.